Welcome back, everybody, to Elder Scrolls Online with Tamrien, our crafter. We're about to speak to Ambassador Tarinwe because there's a small diplomatic spat
I
going on,
suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like.
and now
I
we
will
know why.
demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance.
Prince Naaman said I should speak with you.
Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony.
Yes, I can see how busy
Tempers
you are.
fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you?
Why isn't the Khajiit embassy constructed yet?
Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn?
Prince Naaman says it was your responsibility.
Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for khajiit to use.
What?
It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs.
Where are the supplies?
Check our storeroom. The khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies.
Well, that's because you promised to
In the
build
meantime,
it for them.
I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice.
Go for it. We'll speak again. I'm getting very, very tired.
We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
Of this attitude, and I'm beginning to think, Tamrien, that crafting is possibly not our style. We may have to just take to sorting our way through diplomacy. Impertinent questions. That man set me up because she was told to obstruct, and she did that beautifully. Let's go. All right. Let's investigate the storeroom. If he gives me trouble, he's getting a sword to the head. Corporal Malin.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Tarinwe's orders.
Ambassador Tarinwe sent me to inspect the storeroom.
She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside.
She didn't give me any orders.
Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific.
I'm sure they
no
were.
one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of
Poor
course.
man. What kind of emergency?
The khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim.
I really need to get into that storeroom.
I'm here on the ambassador's orders. I can't leave my post unless there's an emergency.
Never mind, I'll figure something out.
Suit yourself.
Fire, you said. Oh, a book. Well, I'll have that. Liminal Bridges. What I'm looking for is something to set alight. Okay. Yes, down there. There's specific places to do these things, like Dogania.
What am I going to do? Have to clear all this rubbish before the end of my shift. Ambassador's orders, they said.
You could always burn it.
Do you think so? I wouldn't want to burn down the embassy.
The buildings are stone. They won't burn.
You're right. And I can stay here to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Thanks for the suggestion.
You're welcome. Burn away. Oh man, I hope she doesn't get into too much trouble.
Smoke? What's going on? What are you doing?
What does it look like?
What's it look like? I'm burning rubbish. The blankets inside this crate are full of holes and the tools are broken. All of the supplies inside are worthless. The food sack is full of rotten meat, old bones and spoiled grain. There's nothing edible inside. Well, no wonder they're angry. Hi, Rodolphin. I'm not. Repeat after me. We are not allowed to murder
Where is
the
the guard?
ambassador.
And what are you doing here?
Prince Naaman, how sweet of you.
I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom.
Ambassador Tarinwe told me to search the storeroom.
Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find?
The supplies reserved for the khajiit are useless.
Typical bureaucratic corruption.
Mm-hmm.
I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun?
She said she hired a local work crew to collect stone from the nearby ruins.
What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself.
Mm-hmm.
Put the fear of the Dominion into her.
The ambassador said she was heading to look for you.
I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Iren's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
As you wish, my prince. Man, there's a guy who needs good sorting if ever there was one. There's an advertisement over here. It's bothering me. We're going to go have a look at it. Wanted. Courier. Travel Grahtwood. Meet new people. Set your own hours. Speak with Entheress at Tree Shade Exports north of Elden Root for details. You know what? We might do that. That looks good. Oh wait, I know what that... There's a reason he's looking for help. Alrighty, but first... The honor of the Queen. Go to the ancient ruins below. Let's find out what's going on in here. Something stinks, and it's not the swamp. Diplomats, right? Lying sons of Horvers.
Can never have too much, right?
Absolutely, Tan. Now, I've forgotten exactly what this character's really good stuff is, so we're going to have to just relearn it as we go. Maybe kill a few more of those to get familiar. Oh, hang on. Wood Elf Worker, what the hell? Come here. The multiple cuts on this Wood Elf's body appear to have come from an axe. His hands are calloused and he wears the simple clothing of a tradesman. Someone's upset the Bosmer in this area. Broken cart. The surface of this cart is covered in a layer of fine dust. It appears to have been hacked apart. I think that man just spoke to me. Yes, Azarath?
So you're standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognise you.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
Azerith, bind us, stranger.
Uh-huh.
We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room.
Yeah.
The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this.
How much do you know about what's going on?
I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy.
Yes.
They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why.
Why did the king send you?
Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war.
Uh-huh.
I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Blacksap rebellion. But Blacksap would have displayed the bodies, not left them as food for Horvor.
Then who did this?
The king suspects Ambassador Tarinwe has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it.
How?
Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy.
Ambassador Tarinwe left the Altmer embassy earlier, after I questioned her.
If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go to ground, try to flee. Have someone smuggle her out of Grahtwood.
Well, you know how
We
that
should
works.
probably stop her.
Yes.
Meet me by the Middens at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
All right, I'll meet you there. Right, so I don't think it's just Tarinwe though. I think the lovely Prince Naaman, whose wife was a traitor and who's now pretending to be okay with the fact that we murdered her for being a traitor. I think he's in it up to his scrawny little Altman neck. Hello, what's down here? Dungeon, Elden Hollow discovered. Aha. Well, that look. Is that where the entrance to that is? Right. I gotcha.
Would be nice to get a drink or two.
Oh, Tan. Get a grip on yourself, girl. We're working. I know, right? She's like,
that
what?
should come in handy.
Let's go. It should. What about some... I mean, do you not like dragon thorns? Not petally enough for you? Oh no, she does like it. See? Tenloran likes it when you pluck alchemical ingredients. So what we're doing with Tans is we're trying to build up our relationship with her so that we can learn more of her story. And that will be fun. We're meeting what's his face. What's that over there? Okay, so that's Sajo. We'll leave Sajo over there. That's a very pretty costume she's wearing though. I know. I'm starting to like costumes and see the fun in them. Who am I and what did I do with my previous self? Well, I taught her new tricks. She no longer exists. Now you're stuck with me. Alright, let's have a quick look up here. There are some dailies with the Undaunted that are kind of fun. Maj al-Ragath.
Hey there. Welcome to Daunted Enclave. You here to take a pledge?
What's the pledge?
Oh, sorry. The rank and file aren't passing on the word very well. Our ranks have swelled in recent months, and our coffers are overflowing with jewels and gold. We want to see the spoils go to the best among us.
How do you decide who's the best among
That's
you?
where the pledge comes in. It's a verbal handshake. You know what? Go talk to Glirion the Redbeard. He'll tell you everything you need to know.
Thanks, I'll go talk to him then.
Glirion's a good sort. Just not too friendly. Doesn't show any emotions, really. Is bloodthirst an emotion? Never mind.
What's your story, Madge?
Oh, the usual. Mother robbed tombs for decades in the dunes of Alakir.
She did.
She raised me on her hip and forced me to join the Undaunted with her. It's the sort of thing every daughter has to deal with.
Your mother is in the Undaunted as well?
Oh yes, she's a proud member. Goes by the name Hel Ralala. Just don't, talk to her. She's a mean old bird.
Her name is very different than yours.
A funny story. When she was young, some thick skull heard her name and had trouble pronouncing it. Her real name is Hel al-Ragath, just like me. But Ralala stuck, and she's been using it for 30 years.
Good talking to you, Maj. I think that lady just spun me a tale. Glirion?
Is there something I can do for you, Undaunted?
Maj al-Ragath asked me to speak to you about pledges.
Marge, Urgarlag, and I have been selected to curate a challenge for our fellows. We will be sending Undaunted into the depths of Tamrien in search of treasure and glory.
Is that different than normal Undaunted explorations?
The difference is the reward.
Ooh.
Every day, we three decide on specific dungeons the crew will explore.
Uh-oh.
Steadfast like yourself can take a pledge to see the job done.
Why will there be 3 of you?
Madge's demeanor best suits the new blood. I understand the fragility of life. I will not sugarcoat the tasks I give our more seasoned cohorts.
Uh-huh.
And Urgarlag will simply choose based on her desire to break you or take you. The result is the same.
So, what are the rewards of taking a pledge?
You earn keys, which you can turn into us to gain gear we keep on hand. Harder challenges result in more keys and more opportunities to fill your pockets.
I think I understand.
Very good. Then make your introduction to Urgarlag Chief-bane if you value your ability to chew. She would not take being snubbed lightly.
I'll be sure to speak with her.
Make your introduction to Urgarlag brief. Sparking her ire or her interest could be detrimental to your health.
Why is the crew doing this?
The Undaunted have grown in number of late. Stalwarts like you have done too much, hauling precious treasures from the dark places in the world.
You have too much treasure.
The crew did not form so that we could own manors or barter for a seat on the Imperial Council. We formed to explore, to have fun. Why not share in our bounty, in our good fortune?
Why are they called pledges?
It was my idea. Many of our cohorts are drunken thrill-seekers. That's not how I see life. Thus, the pledge. A pledge to explore the deep places in the world.
Do I have to say an actual pledge to undertake the challenge?
I'd prefer it. I pledge to explore, state the name of the dungeon here, and return undaunted. Simple, I think. Noble.
What did you mean about the fragility of life?
Yes. My background is somewhat different than other members of the crew. In years past, I was a Vinedusk Ranger. I served in the conflict that split Valenwood asunder.
And that's what shaped your outlook?
Yes. I did things. Things I will not speak of. Today, every gasp of breath is precious to me. The sight of your pulse on your neck cheers me.
Hey, alright. Why are you a member of the Undaunted?
As I said, life itself thrills me. To enter a crypt, end the undead? To face down a construct twice my height and tell the tale? Truly, that is to be alive. To be undaunted.
I understand. I also don't like you looking at the pulse beat in my neck. It means you've got a name on it. Anyway, Urgarlag.
You a talker or a gawker?
None of your
Might earn
business.
a busted lip either way.
Glirion said I should introduce myself.
Guess I'll leave your face as it is then.
I'd appreciate
Can't
it.
make any promises about that in the future.
I understand.
That's not always a threat.
It's not?
Faces are good for more than punching on rare occasion.
I don't want to know.
I suppose I'll be getting used to seeing yours around. Or not. Could get it mauled off on your first pledge.
Hopefully not. So, what exactly do you do here?
Break hearts, break faces, break anything I feel like, really.
Breaking specialist.
And when the mood strikes, I assign pledges. Undaunted who want to be among the first to see a newly discovered dungeon go through me.
Newly discovered dungeons?
Even we haven't seen everything Nirn has to offer. Some Undaunted sponsor expeditions to find new challenges to overcome.
Right.
That earns them the privilege of taking the first crack.
Right.
You stake a claim on some new dungeons, I'll offer you pledges for it.
I'll be sure to speak to you once I've laid claim to a new dungeon.
Good. Tell Maj I said to give you a key. Maybe that'll help you keep that face long enough for me to get to know it.
I'll do that.
Go on. Finish your business with Maj. Then you can try to impress me.
How'd you get your name?
Let's say I don't bow to tradition.
Uh-oh.
Especially concerning romance. Someone catches my eye, I'll win their heart. Bloodied my blade on dozens of jealous lovers. Not to mention preachy types who can't mind their own business.
Are there a lot of those?
In the old clans? Yeah. When Orsimer disapprove of your behavior, blades do the talking. I'm very opinionated.
I'll keep that in mind. Ooh, okay. Maj?
Hey there, scrub. You'd best stay back. We are speaking of blood and glory, for we are undaunted.
I talked to Glirion and Urgarlag. Urgarlag said I should ask you for a key.
Did she now? She must like you.
Oh, God.
In that case, you're going to need all the help you can get. Take your key and come back when you're ready to take the pledge. I can't wait to see what you're made of.
Thank you.
Kale Stig the Axe is one of our bravest members. And you can take him down a peg if you take the Undaunted pledge.
What is the pledge today?
Darkshade Caverns.
Oh my god.
Pretty straightforward, sweep and clear, really. Local thugs have claimed a Quama mine. Go knock their heads in and move on.
Doesn't sound very
Oh-ho.
challenging.
Well, if a gang of vicious cutthroats pose no challenge, why don't you delve into the Dwemer ruins beneath and invoke the scroll of glorious battle on the nastiest piece of dwarven cogwork you can find?
I pledge to explore the Darkshade Caverns and return undaunted.
Don't tell me a few disorganized thugs are putting you off. Get out there and fight. Win!
I wasn't going to do Undaunted. Oh my god, and now we have Undaunted surrounding us. So these are like dailies that you can do, and I think if I get down into those, I'm going to get very, very sidetracked. So what I might do is I'll abandon that Undaunted pledge to right now before I get too sidetracked, and we might go into that when we've got a few more main story quests under our belts.
Amazing
but that
to think
is where you
you've been in
find
the
them.
field with Tellinger himself. Simply amazing.
I'm glad you're impressed. Now I need to find someone else who needs me to join them. We are not... Oh, Blood and Soul I need to abandon as well. That's another Blood and Sand. Let's get rid of that. What else am I abandoning? Stargazers, we're not in Craglorn yet. Let's get rid of that. That's actually one of our prologues. Grahtwood we're doing. Green Shade we're doing. Infinite Archive. We're not doing that yet. Green Shade, Kanathi's Roost. Why have I not done that? Well, okay, we're going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there. I'm not sure if I should be doing that, but we'll leave that there because we're bound to come back to it. Vardenfell, Divine Conundrum. That's a main story quest. We're not in Vardenfell yet, so we'll abandon that one for the moment. Stonefalls, Hrothgar, Invitation, well, that's a prologue. Let's get rid of that. Battleground for Glory. I'm getting rid of that for the moment. Guild, Breaches on the Bay. We are definitely doing that. Cadwell Silver we're doing. Cards across the continent. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these just for the minute. We'll focus a little bit more on that another time. I'm going to leave that though. Rightio. Gotten rid of all the dailies that are clogging up my quest list because we're going to clog our quest list up with a ton of other stuff. Let us go with J and let us go with the Honour of the Queen in Grahtwood. That's what we're focusing on. So I am trying to be a little bit more focused, or rather a lot more focused with my main character now. I've started to get my head around the game and
I'm so shaken.
I've done more than hear about it, my dear. I've seen it myself.
Oh, well, this one here is it's broken anyway. Hasn't functioned in centuries.
okay. I know, I was curious as to what they were doing. Here's the Stablemaster. Let's have a quick chat. Pick up our
Hello. How may I be of service?
well, I was hoping to get a little bit more carry capacity out of my mount if I could. Thank you. I know stam is good too, but right now we want some more carry capacity because it's great for our inventory space. Completed. Find the Middens
Orcs
entrance.
are all about honor and all that, yeah? I wonder if he really tricked me.
I don't know, Othello, so I can check
I
for
don't
you.
guess you've run into a big lumbering brute of an orc in your travels. Named Storgh. Was a friend of mine. Emphasis on the was. I'm in a pile of trouble because of him.
What sort of trouble?
Maybe you've heard of the rite of theft. A wood elf
No.
tradition. If you pull off a particularly clever theft, you can demand payment from the owner for their things. Well, I stole this tree thane's bow, and then Storgh stole the bow from me.
And so what's the problem?
The tree thane wants his bow back, and if I can't give it to him, he's going to have me hauled in and whipped.
Uh-oh.
Last I heard, Storgh was headed toward Vine Death Cave. The tree thane won't let me leave town. Could you look for Storgh?
I'll see what I can do. And you know what? If I can, I'm going to enact the right of theft on him on behalf of this critter.
Storgh shouldn't be hard to track. You can smell him leagues away. But if I leave town, the tree thane will send people after me, thinking I'm trying to escape with his bow. Can't do a thing until I get that bow back.
Understood. I'm trying to talk to Azareth. There we go.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told.
Are you certain Ambassador Tarinwe is inside?
Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here.
Right.
We should get moving. We're not far behind her.
What's the plan if we find her?
Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage.
Uh-oh.
Never thought I'd hunt a high elf ambassador.
What can we expect to find in the Middens? He sounds
smugglers,
like
skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion.
How do you recommend we proceed?
Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinwe before she buys passage out of Grahtwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
Understood. Stay in the shadows, avoid unnecessary conflict. Tam, we are in so much trouble, so we don't want to go to Necrom or Skyrim or Skingrad or High Isle, but we could if we did. This one goes to Blackwood and that one goes to Central. Radio. Enter the Middens. I'm going to assume they're down this trail here. Because Middens and underground and... Ooh, can I steal these fish? No. We're definitely in enemy territory. I can start searching things and taking stuff without being stolen. The Wood Elves' practice of throwing all garbage out their windows to fall at the roots of their tree houses is regarded by other folk as uncivilized. However... Right, so don't murder everything in sight. Because things are not unfriendly yet. I know, this is lulling me into a false sense of security.
Help me. I'm desperate. Lend a helping hand.
I would give him stuff, but the game won't let me. Come on, 10. We went right past one area. We're going to have to go back. I zigged when I should have zagged.
Help me. I'm desperate.
Oh, man. Genrio.
I wish I could fight. If I could, I'd clear the trash out of the Middens. All the trash that people let pile up in here. You know the type. Trash that fights back.
Gotta love Wood Elves. They're kind of very, very feisty. Oh, I see. Alright, no, we didn't zig when we should have zagged. We just didn't jump over the edge of the pathway. That's fine. We'll loop back around to it, I guess.
Won't you take pity on me?
I would, if the game would let me. You're breaking my heart, man. Okay.
Of course nobody down here recognizes me. It's been so long since they've been to Somerset, I expect they wouldn't. When Finaster finally comes to take me home, they'll see. They'll all see. And none of them will come with me.
Right. She's been down here for years. No one's coming.
It is so hard to keep one's fur clean in these conditions, but this one has no place else to go.
I see. Want more than Middens? I see you down there, living amid the refuse that falls from the Elden Tree. You think you're invisible, or that you're helpless, or that you just aren't worth anything to anyone. That's where you're wrong. My friends don't wallow in filth and obscurity. My friends don't wallow in filth and obscurity when you can revel in the light of fame. A little ambition, a little toil, and a little blood is all it will take for you to rise up out of the muck and become known, to be someone who is counted. With our fair city of Elden Root, now the capital of the old Mary Dominion, will draw people from all over Tamriel. They will marvel at the Elden Tree and walk in the shadows of Valenwood and bathe in the great river to their heart's content. And then they will grow bored. That, my friends, is where you come in. Make no mistake, the Dominion is at war, and tales of strife and heroism have reached us even here, deep in the Valenwood. But those who come to our city will be eager to see valor with their own eyes. That's why Elden Root is going to start its own gladiatorial arena. We'll show our visitors that the heart of Valenwood is a warrior's heart. Do you have a warrior's heart? Do you want to hear the cheers of the crowds? Do you want to eat the best food, sleep in the best beds, and never have to hide your face in the Middens again? Well, come up into the light and join the Elden Root's own gladiator team. See Milgor Sharptongue in the Elden Tree for more information, but don't wait. The ranks of the valorous are filling up fast. Predatory comes in many guises, does it not? I am looking for recipes. I know Tams will pass on what she finds, but some of that's going to bounce right back to her. Why do I have the feeling getting out of here is going to be a problem?
It's too late! For the heretics!
I'm not sure who that was. I think he's another story that we haven't quite got to yet.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
It's too late! For the heretics!
Oh, I see.
Split up!
Flies on you. Flies on you. Alrighty, so they can deal with bear slap that. I love my bear. This is Felion. Didn't we just kill him a minute ago? Oh, right.
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Think it had anything good?
No, he didn't, but anyway.
Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
You'll have me killed and served for dinner.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't
Only
laugh.
if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving! Good working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
I should? Alright, well I'm going to explore down here first. Okay. Supremacist Pyromancer. These are supremacists. Like, you know, those people that that think wood elves are scum. And, you know, people like me who aren't high elves. Tan's fine. Maybe they think she's my keeper. I know, shopping trip. We're exploring in here. Panzir.
Panazir worries much about his new lady. She sleeps so much these days. Is she sick, this one wonders? Or is it the sleep of sorrow? For we have nothing left but that.
Oh, don't you wish you could just fix it? Like, all of it.
I'll never feel right again.
We need to get the embassy built. Maybe the embassy can help. Who's that? Good bear. He knocked him off his feet. Now we're getting somewhere exciting.
Move to flank!
I think Tan just started another fight over in the corner. We'll just grab whatever they've got. Good Tan, good bear. I'm looking for books and treasure, and I'm just taking what I can while I find it. First time through, I mean, you know, got to find out what is in here and what the lay of the land is like. I'm hoping I kind of don't have to run all the way back. Hoping I kind of can come in through here and it'll just, yeah, it looks like it comes right back up. So we're just doing a loop. So that'll be interesting. I mean, you know, you want to live, just let me go through the area without... We could steal a whole bunch of drinks, we won't. Just let me go through the area without murdering me. Tans does make it easier to get through. Want more Midden, more than the Middens, so we've seen that before. Yep, okay. I know. I just want to get this before he comes after me. We have friends.
Flank now!
Sure. You flank. Not much on healing, are you guys?
Give me a second.
What, Tan? You telling me you're a bit winded after that? I thought you enjoyed this sort of stuff. We're also trying to level our companions up as high as we can. Okay, skooma addict. Or a zombie. I'm not sure which. I guess we'll find out. Zombie. No, stinkers. So all we're doing is we're just clearing it for whoever comes through next, because we probably won't be back to benefit from the fact we've cleared out all the junk. That's fine, because occasionally people leave something behind that we actually want. Zayna Buzzer. Hey.
The itching, it just won't stop.
Then go and roll in the grass in the forest and get out of the caves, girl. You don't have to be in the Middens, you can find somewhere else. These people who think they're trapped in one spot when they... Maybe it would be easier for them. Alright, some of those I'm pretty sure we don't have, but like I said, I'm trying to be a bit more orderly about the order in which I distribute my...
For the ring!
I know. Where are we? Okay, we're down in the lower. See, we come up from up there. We could have jumped over the edge, but we didn't. Got a couple of nice recipes out of that last lot. want more than the Middens. They really are distributing that. I think they're sure to. Alright, let's see what's over here. Sometimes I was about to say sometimes they have urns in the shelves that you can search. Sometimes. There's not usually a lot of them, but occasionally there's something nice in there. Check out the back for treasure chests. Circumstance. There's a urn over there they won't let me have. Well, I'm willing to bet these guys are part of the problem. They're not here to protect the people, but to exploit them. We won't allow that. You are shooting at me. Rough.
Spread out!
I know, Tams. He's backstabbing me and I'm letting him, but I shouldn't be. Such a pretty little spot, isn't it? You half expect there to be something in there. Oh, fine. Oh wait, that's a tent thing behind her. I'll just get that. Bird doesn't miss. Go get him. I know most people grab the seasoning sacks because between the seasoning and the Cerealy grapes you can generally do most of your provisioning expeditions. That done. Hey, another recipe. We're doing all right. This is why we're doing it though, because we're building our crafter and we're expanding their repertoire. Although in this case we'll check with our first crafter. Whoops, my bad. What happens when you derp up your keys. Fortunately, he's not taking offense at my rampant bugs. Probably hoping I'll just move on and not hurt him. Al-Ragath?
Is that you? No, you're not my son.
No, I'm sorry.
If you see him, tell him to come visit me. And to bring my rug.
Alright. If I see him, I'll kick his tail for abandoning you down here. Ode to the Elden Tree. Sapling sprout for the... Okay, it's a song. I'm not stealing your food. Whatever's in the barrel I'll take. Methiclin's not good for you anyway.
Spare some coin? Pour
Sure.
some skooma?
If the game would let me, you'd have coin. Or possibly just food, seeing as you can't buy skooma with food, but you can eat. I'm not taking spoiled food. I should probably take it and bin it so they don't eat it, but I can't replace it. Alrighty, let's go. Return to the Elden Root throne room, which I think is up here. I know. It's a daily quest hiding. What's that? Consumable crafting writs. Did I? Oh, I must have had. Wow, that was a pretty cool critter. Did someone just speed me up? Well, thank you. That was kind of cute. Oh, what's this? For glory. Alright, we're ignoring the for glories. We know what they're about and we don't need them. Dorian. I wonder if that's like named in memory of Dorian Gray. How pretty is that tree? Pick up those writs that we missed. Must okay. We're ignoring him. I think he's a prologue. No, he's not a prologue. Oh, I can't tell.
Feel their eyes studying me.
What a... Why is she... Wow, that was a really big rapport decrease. Oh. Sorry, Tans. We're gonna upset you again. What is upsetting her? Not the throne room, but something else. Man, I wish I knew what that was because then I could avoid doing it again. I have to see where we went into. It was possibly that.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy?
Ambassador Tarinwe conspired against the Dominion.
Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy.
That's sarcasm, isn't it,
Did the
Your
ambassador
Majesty?
have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it.
I captured Ambassador Tarinwe.
Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naemon. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very Dominion she pledged to support?
He's angry, isn't he?
I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
Yes, Your Majesty. I'll do that right away. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm just changing my chat back to zone. Prince Naemon.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinwe, a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Elden Root, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion.
What will happen to Ambassador Tarinwe?
We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinwe until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must.
We could just kill her straight away.
But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants.
Thank you.
Ambassador Tarinwe's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Iren at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process.
What do you mean?
The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Elden Root. It will divine Queen Iren's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinwe assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings.
Will you cancel the ceremony?
Doing so would make Queen Iren look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Meleras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant once you grow accustomed to the smell.
I'll speak with Meleras.
The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task.
Why can't Queen Iren delay the ceremony?
She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. How unexpected.
Why aren't they here?
The Sylvanar is on some sort of pilgrimage. You think the spiritual incarnation of the Wood Elves could stick to a schedule? As for the Main, I cannot begin to understand the excuses of the khajiit mystics. There will be no Main. This is all I know.
Will any of Queen Iren's allies witness the ceremony?
King Camoran Eredan. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course.
I see. Meleras?
Please don't mind Prince Naaman. Ambassador Tarinwe's betrayal is a shock to us all.
I understand.
But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure.
What do you know of the orrery?
Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation.
I see.
But if Prince Naaman believes there was sabotage, we must look to an alternative method.
What sort of alternative?
Why, we'll look to the past.
I see.
According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an alien source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Without all three, it won't do anything but spin. Quite pretty, but not very useful.
Who can operate the orrery?
Conservator Darineth maintains the orrery and has studied the alien monitoring rituals. Unfortunately, she was called away to South Point for a personal matter. If you can locate her and convince her to return, we'll have our operator.
You know, South Point, where they're having trouble and people are going nuts? Explain what you mean by a divine spark.
I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the Fallen Esti Winter site is rumored to hold a relic of the khajiit thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course.
And where can I find an alien source of power?
The Heart of a Numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing, but a member of the local Mages Guild named Laranalda theorizes it's in a local alien ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the Heart of a Numeral.
All right, I know what I need to find. Thank you.
Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery.
Okay.
Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And do refrain from referring to Conservator Darineth as a missing element.
I will try. Thank you, Meleras. Missing element. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm picking up are the so one thing I do find annoying about the new crafting stations being lit is they do come up on your boards. Let's go craft this thing. Creation, purified water, blessed thistle, columbine, make. So we'll drop this off. I know I'm still puzzled as to what that whole thing was about. We'll drop that off in a little bit. And Flores is above radio. still have to work out what bothered Tan so much too. She was really, really distressed by something. Darken Morath. Very pretty. Alright, but I also think if we go too much further, I am going to bid you adieu. If you guys have enjoyed this episode so far, I just need to find where he is. Please hit like, and if you want to see more, please hit subscribe. We're just going to go up again because it said to look above. So it's quite possible our mage is somewhere up here. No, I am so lost. We'll find the mage before I quit out. I think we just need to find him.
Keep an ear out for anything exciting.
Maybe he's up in this level. But normally if we have to go through a door, we get a door thing. Oh, no. I know what. Because above... Above can also mean out and above us on the map. So when we're saying above, here I am thinking I've got to go up inside the Elden Tree, but actually, in reality, I don't have to go above anywhere. No, because if we go M and then we go right click, there's Enthoras up there, and that's all we have to do. So guys, on that note, I will bid you adieu. That's the upper level. We'll just... I think it's the upper level. Just make sure. Yeah, we don't want to go to the upper. We're going to go out. Which means I need to go down here. And Enthoras is that way, I think. Let's just double check. Yes, we come out this way and go around. Alrighty. So I think what we'll do is we'll just stop here. And guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I'll check you later. Take care out there.